Matthew chapter 23, he says, "You will not see me again until you say, Baruch haba b'shem Yahuwah." And that is translated to mean, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of Yahuwah." In this translations it says, "the Lord." Well, the Lord, they're not saying, he didn't say that they be saying a translation. He said that they be saying these words. This is a little bumper sticker that I made, or you can put it in the top of your car window in the back and it'll show up pretty good. We're saying it again. It's from Psalm 118, verse 26. And the context is talking about something that the builders have rejected. What did the builders reject? What does your preface tell you that it rejected? The name. They put in L-O-R-D. Translated from Hebrew, that's B-A-A-L. Yes, B-A-A-L means Lord. And it also means Aduni, that means Lord or sovereign. And the Greek took the word, the meaning of Aduni, which is Lord, to Kyrios. And then Kyrios in the Greek went to the Latin Dominus, which means Lord. And the Anglican Catholic translators of the King James Version took the Dominus, which means Lord, and translated it from the Latin Vulgate, into the English version that most of the world is familiar with, the King James Version, and they put Lord in place of his name. I first started studying the NIV. That was all I had at the time, and I had it said a study B-I-B-L-E. But the word B-I-B-L-E is a pagan deity that we don't want to talk about. You can look that up. But anyway, the word in the preface, I started reading the preface, and what I saw there made my bones burn with rage. And it wasn't me. Something was in me that was making me angry, and I didn't know what it was. So I closed it up, and I looked at it, and I said, I've got to read every word of this thing. And then I saw all these footnotes, and, hey, you don't have to do this, that's over with. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, what in the world is that? And being a scientific-minded person, I wasn't easy to trick. I always suspected that the teachers were trying to fool me, because they really didn't know what they were talking about, when I was under the Jesuits. Yes, I was taught by Jesuits. I kept my mouth shut, though, and they didn't get me. I still have my mind intact. I have another perspective than they do. Anyway, the word L-O-R-D that you see in your translations, it translates back to Hebrew as B-A-A-L. Sorry. Eliyahu, they call Elijah, had a controversy at Mount Carmel about that. And all the priests of B-A-A-L and his consort, A-S-H-E-R-A-H, they were all killed that day by Eliyahu, because Yahuwah is Elohim, not B-A-A-L. Well, the folks that translated the scriptures, they didn't seem to get it. So they put this in there. I'm going to show you a picture of a preface of the NIV and the NASB, and you can slow this down and you can stop it and read what they write in the prefaces. Most of you are not reading your preface, but they admit removing the name of all names, above all names. Well, if you just read your preface, it's going to stir you, because the truth is not in the translations. But I want you to understand one thing, that I'm going to read one real quick thing to you, that it's from Matthew chapter 23. The very last section there says, "See, your house is left to you desolate. For I say to you, from now on you shall by no means see me, until you say, blessed is he who is coming in the name of Yahuwah. Now, of course, that's an English translation. He wasn't talking English to them, or Greek, or Latin. He was speaking in Hebrew to his own people. So he was saying, Baruch haba Bashem Yahuwah. He's coming soon. This is why, because we're saying this. His Nazarene are saying, Baruch haba Bashem Yahuwah.